Hey everyone. So today I'm going to be making a photarium. If you saw my microfishing video, I had that little fish and it was really hard to see. So what a photarium is a little fish tank that you can put the fish in. They're pretty skinny, so the fish can't really turn around. There's only up and down movement for the fish, which is really nice. If you go on, say, Tinkarabum, they sell little Q-tip holders. That works fine, but the problem is the fish swims to the back and you get these weird angles. So it's really hard to take a picture of the fish. I've seen some guys, they'll put their finger in the tank and press the fish up against the front wall when they're taking a picture. But then you got your finger in the photo. Maybe that's okay for you. But a better option is the photarium. You can get them at wildfishconservancyshop.com. I'll put a link in the description for that. But the problem is they're pretty expensive. Like the microfish tank, it's $80, and I think the large, which is a 14-inch tank, goes for about $150. They're really nice tanks, but they're super pricey. So today I'm going to be making one of these, and you can make it for a lot cheaper than that. So the first thing you'll need is a piece of plexiglass. I got this optics at Home Depot for just over $5. It's an 11 by 14 sheet, so I'll be able to make a small tank. Basically all you need is a sheet of plexiglass, some silicone glue or some bonding, a box cutter or some kind of knife for cutting your acrylic. Doesn't require a lot of tools and seems like a pretty easy project, but I'm gonna make one now and then we'll go out in the field and test it out. So the dimensions for their small tank is 3 3/4 inches wide, 3 5/8 high, and 3/4 inches deep. So to keep things simple, I'm just gonna do a 3.5 by 3.5 by 3/4 inch photarium, and hopefully I can make a small one and then buy another one of these and have enough material to make a large photarium. Okay, just marking 3.5 here. Okay, what really helps is going to be some clamps. Okay, looks good. So to do the cuts for this, you're gonna want either a box cutter or little cutters for cutting acrylic, which is just that's what it looks like. Box cutter is self-explanatory, but for these, it's got that little hook at the end, and you just take that and you just run it down. It's kind of counterintuitive because there's a little blade on there, so you'd think you'd be cutting with that, but so you just keep going along a few times. Make sure you get the ends, because most likely in the next step, if you don't do a good job on these ends, it's not going to break off properly. Okay, so the next step is we have to break this whole piece. I'm going to clamp this down again. Now you just have to break it, so, and then take your cutter, and there you go. Nice clean cut. Now we just have to cut this square, so we'll make 2 big squares and then 3 sides. This other piece I'll save for the other project. So before you glue, you want to take off this inside film. So I'm going to just use this acrylic glue, but you can use silicone. I think super glue even works. What I'm going to do is put my edges against a square surface here. Just going to apply it to the bottom. Well, this stuff comes out pretty quick. So I've glued all the sides together. This glue I'm using gives you about 5 minutes working time and then 10 minutes till it sticks. And then you gotta wait 24 hours. I'm just gonna let this sit overnight, and tomorrow we'll get out and try and catch some fish. Also test it for any leaks. But till then, alright, sweet, I got something different here. Don't think I've ever caught one of these. I'll break out the Photarium and get some good pictures of him. There he is in the Photarium. Hopefully that turns out. I think it's a killfish. I'm not sure. Just gonna let him go. Okay, so I don't know what happened to the video, but I lost the video of me testing the Photarium with water to discover leaks. There were quite a few leaks, which I patched up with some silicone. And then after that, it was perfect. Like, it didn't leak at all when I was out there testing it. There were some issues with the Photarium I had out there. Like the size of the Photarium, I guess it was a little too small for those killfish and the bluegill. I plan on making a bigger one, especially since there are quite a few long microfish in the Pacific Northwest, like pricklebacks and ronquils. The other issue I had was the camera, my cell phone camera, focusing on the fish. It kept trying to focus on the background instead of the fish. So I think if I painted the back of the Photarium white, that would help the camera focus on the fish a little better. Or maybe different colors would work better. I'll just have to experiment. The other thing that I could improve was for that last fish, it kept jumping out of the Photarium. So putting some kind of lid or top on the Photarium would prevent that. But besides doing a better job on the gluing and those 3 issues, it turned out okay and I was pretty happy with it. It might be good for like smaller micros that I might come across. Can't think of any offhand around here, but I'll keep it around, and I'm gonna make another one, hopefully with some improvements that I've been learning about with making acrylic tanks. So yeah, stay tuned for my next iteration of this project, where hopefully I'll have quite a few improvements.